So we're all going to learn what Social Security is. Social Security. I'm going to just lay it out there, just so everybody is on the same page of what Social Security is in the United States of America. So, Social Security. Back when we had the first Great Depression, there was no Social Security. So if you couldn't work, you couldn't eat. There was a bunch of senior citizens who didn't have family to take care of them. And there was a bunch of starving old people. So after that happened, the United States decided to do this thing called Social Security. So what that means is Social Security is not any kind of handout. It's not any kind of scam. It's not any kind of welfare. Nothing like that. So when you're born in the United States, when you register your birth, you will get a Social Security number. And that's a specific number for you. Nobody else has that number. And for the rest of your life, any money that you earn where you get a paycheck will be tied to that number. Every employer now has to work with Social Security numbers with their payment systems. And so what happens is when you get your paycheck, so for example, say, and this is what like every person who gets their first paycheck from their first job rips open their paycheck and says, I worked enough where I'm supposed to get $100. They pull out their paycheck and it's not $100. What in the fuck? It's like $80. Where's the other money? However much it was. So, you will have taxes taken out of your paycheck. So the first tax that'll be taken out of your paycheck is federal tax. And that is what you pay as a citizen of the United States of America to live in the great country of the United States of America. After they've removed that, then, for example, the state I live in has a state income tax. Other states don't necessarily have state income tax. Some states do. My state that I live in does. The reason why we're not all going bonkers because we pay state income tax and other people don't is because we have a really beautiful state to live in. We have highly educated kids in the public school districts. That's where these taxes go to. We have the best park systems in the United States. Minnesota, the Twin Cities, is always in like the top 5 park systems. So we pay our state income taxes to live in the great state of Minnesota. Those are our taxes. Then also there will be a Social Security payment taken out of it. So what that is that money is now going to go into a bank account held by the government for you. And it's your own money, and it's getting deposited into your own little bank account. For when you retire, you will be doled out that money back. So whether or not you are, I just heard fiscally advantageous, whether or not you're good with numbers or not, the country of the United States of America says every citizen has to invest in themselves for when they get older through this system called Social Security. So when people who don't know what they're talking about and they're treating or talking about Social Security like it's a welfare system or something like that, that's just not true. Every paycheck you'll ever earn for the rest of your life will have the Social Security taken out of it, and it's only for you. It's not for anybody else. It's for you. And when you retire, you will have that whole amount that has been saved in the piggy bank for you through your whole working career. And you will get your Social Security payment. And that's where the government issues you a check. And they're basically being your mandatory financial accountant for you for when you get older. And the reason why is we don't want any starving senior citizens dying on the street with no money. So they created this program where you had to invest in yourself. So when I retire, the amount of money I get is going to be different than the amount of money that my neighbor gets, because we didn't work the same jobs. I may have invested more or less because I made more or less money into my own Social Security. My neighbor, when they retire, when we both get, say we're the exact same age, yeah, we both get our Social Security checks, rip them open, guaranteed they're going to be two different amounts. Because it's our own money we're getting back. So, the government is winning in this situation because they're holding on to a bunch of money and making interest on it. But we don't get interest on our payments back. We just get what we put in, I believe. So if there is any kind of like Ponzi scheme or whatever has been floating around, it's with the government making a whole bunch of interest off of the citizens' own money that they're just sitting on until they're older. But make no mistake, Social Security is not any kind of welfare payment that you didn't earn. No, this is all your own money that's given back to you. And the reason why is because not everybody can handle their own money. Not everybody has financial smarts on how to invest for themselves in the future. And so as a collective in the United States, we are forced to do this for our own good as senior citizens. So that's what Social Security means. It's not a entitlement. Anybody who calls Social Security an entitlement is somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about. It's not an entitlement. It's your own fucking money. So that's how it works.